Mr. Renard, do you have any report this evening?
No, thanks, Mike. Mayor.
Any questions of Mr. Renard? Okay, Ms. Ariemo.
Yes, I have one matter to discuss with you.
Thank you.
Okay, on Thursday, I'm going to take a proposal for 2017 professional services, which, as Councilman Disco informed you a couple weeks ago, that we will interview those people. So there's a lot of positions, two of them you don't, I take proposals for, but you're not involved in those, they're for the planning board. So the other positions are municipal attorney, labor attorney, tax bill attorney, and contractual engineering, court prosecutor, and code defendant. So I don't think you need to interview all those people, especially the court people. I think when you get, you're going to get the proposals on Friday from me. They come Thursday. You're going to get them with a cover memo, telling you what I got. The court people, my recommendation would be you review the proposal and you call the court people, the judge or the court administrator, and ask them if they're a current person, how they are, or go on their proposal and check their references, because you're interviewing to find out qualifications, and I just feel like, the court is not something that you deal with, so how do you know if the person's qualified or not? You should call the court. You appoint them, but you don't really work with them at all.
You know, not to say that I want to interview him or not, but it was an interesting article in the Asbury Park Press that came out.
Oh,
It shared upon it, and it talked about the municipal courts.
Oh, very nice.
Okay, and it talks about how they're really proposing revenue for all the towns throughout New Jersey, and how towns actually rely on it, good or bad. There's a lot of people that actually are opposed to it.
You can interview them if you want. I'm just picking it up. But you just got to decide which, tell me which ones, which, maybe not engineering, if you're going to, just stick with Mr. Burrell's firm. And then proposing to not conduct those interviews during a regular meeting, because obviously you see how that presents itself to the public. So I was proposing to have a special meeting on December 20th to conduct those interviews. So that's all I have, if you want to comment on that.
Just the only thing I want to point out real quick, just to finish up, is certain judges have actually been let go because they didn't bring in enough revenue. Not to say I would do that, but I just find it, it's amazing what's happened here in this state. That's the only thing I just want to throw on people's radar. If you get the chance, check out the article. It's quite interesting how it goes into certain towns and how they rely on like 5% of all municipal money comes into the general revenue fund. So
Well, that's what they were doing. They're nickel and diming people with that. Like
That's all. Just put down the law.
And Councilman Sarno, to follow up, thank you for bringing that up. I think it's always nice to read these types of articles. So if you want to ever send those to Ms. Ariema, she can disseminate them to the council. I'm always happy to read those. The court, it's huge here. It's about $100,000 a year in revenue. That's more than $50 on every home's taxes. So it does mean something, and it's something that I know the police committee and sometimes finance committees in the past have looked at and kept on the radar, so I think that's important to keep going. But as far as December 20th goes, I'm completely in favor of a special meeting on that date. As we can see, these interviews do take quite a while. So, go ahead, Mayor.
I'd like also to suggest that we cancel the December 27th meeting in conjunction with that.
And I'll just finish up to Mayor to follow what you're saying. I've been one up here to always talk about how I like us to meet. I'm a very pro-meeting person, whether it's summer meetings or whatever. But considering it's December, we'll have the two meetings, our regular meeting on the 13th and the special meeting on the 20th. And it's with the holiday season, and considering the public, it's the holiday season for them as well. I would be okay with that this go around. So,
Thank you.
I just really need to know, do you want to interview everybody? Or just, do you want me to just use my own thoughts and interview who, instead of interview who I think you should interview?
Do we have the list?
No, because the submittals are
All right,
out
so
on
should we
Thursday.
decide then?
You don't meet with me again, so you
We
can't.
should go-
You have to tell me now.
a suggestion, is there, can we go position by position?
Yeah,
So like,
okay, so municipal attorney,
yes, I think that should be interviewed.
labor attorney,
Yes.
tax appeals attorney,
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Professional municipal engineering services, contractual engineering, it's not your municipal engineer, that's a 3-year appointment. That will be Don Gloriello, he has 2 more years left.
Mhm.
This is just for the contractual part,
Okay.
which
Well, I don't
if
think
he submits, you generally award to him.
That's been a position that we've received usually one proposal for, right?
No, we usually receive 2.
Oh, we
but-
usually receive two on that?
Yeah, but
Okay.
we generally don't.
Right, we should,
Keep it consistent.
yeah, sure, why not?
Would that be a yes?
Yes,
Okay. Municipal court prosecutor?
this is where we run into the court.
That's what the court
So-
said.
I'm a yes.
I'd say yes on that.
That's me though.
And municipal court public defender?
I'm okay with interviewing them, but I would definitely want to get some feedback from maybe the police chief or the court administrator or judge first in some way. Can we do
You
that?
gotta be careful with
Yeah,
that.
is that okay to include those people in those discussions?
No.
No.
Okay.
So we can't include them,
No.
but then,
You want to reach
but
out to
before
them.
you were saying seek out their, if we want to one-on-one, we can
All I
we can call.
told you was if one of them that submits now is currently your person, there is no reason why you can't call up
Okay.
the court administrator and say, you know, do you work well with this person? Does this person show up on time?
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
things of that nature. Or, you know, you get the reports from the court, you see what their revenue is, you see what's coming in, so you can't tell these people, quote unquote, making money. That's not.
No,
That wouldn't be the scope of what I would ask.
So I
Not at all.
don't, my thing was, I just don't know what you would interview them for. They're gonna submit you a proposal, they give you a rate. You know, they don't, that's it. I mean, you decide. You just tell me, you decide. Court, Miss Court prosecutor, if you're gonna do the court, you should do both. You should be
Right.
select-
Right.
No,
Right.
both both positions or none, I agree.
I don't agree with your determination, but I will set up those interviews. I think that you're exceeding and it's not necessary and, but I'll set them up for you.
Okay, and what are we gonna do
Well,
about the?
I don't know that everybody spoke on the court. I know Councilman Sarno, Councilman Matthew did, but
I'll do whatever you say.
I'm open-minded either way.
I'm open-minded either way too. I mean, if you're gonna be consistent across the board, I mean, if there's somebody is there anybody that you feel we shouldn't be interviewing?
I just
I
don't.
mean,
Well, the planning board is obvious. We shouldn't be
Well,
interviewing
you
them
can't
because
interview
they don't
them.
work for.
We can't, we have nothing to do with that.
But what we're trying to do here is get some information before you make a decision of appointing someone. So, effectively, you want to ask them questions that you have in your mind that they're going to work with you for 2017. The court, I think if you read the proposal and the person seems qualified in the proposal, I don't know what interviewing them is going to, but I'm not trying to argue with you, I don't care. Whatever you want to do, you do.
One, it depends on the amount, and what if we only have one proposal
But that was
for one
the
position?
that you brought out.
Then you know, that may happen. I have at least one for every position right now, but some I only have one right now, but they're not due till Thursday.
Okay, so.
So if you end up with one, I mean, what are you telling me? Don't set up an interview for one person?
Well, no, I mean, the people that we know, I mean, that we already know, are familiar with their
Right.
record and everything else. I'm not
Exactly.
talking about new
Right.
people.
Right, so that's what I'm trying to say. If that's the case, I don't see a need to interview them and spend 4 hours here on that night, but if that's what you want, that's your prerogative.
Yeah, the more people, the better, and the more participation from the council. Those are pretty crucial positions, prosecutor and defender, people in our borough.
Were they interviewed last year?
No, this is never happened.
No.
My question would be,
This
if we
is
turn
new
the
out of
only
adminis-
person interviewed,
Right,
the only
right.
person, submitting an application, and we turn her down, then what do we do?
Gotta go back out again.
It goes back
Well-
out, and you have until the 3rd week in January to have appoint someone. That's all.
And Councilwoman Kukrow, to your question, this is new out of the Administrative Review Committee, so
Well, I
it's
like
a good
it,
move.
but I like it, that's, you know.
Sure, absolutely, so, yeah.
But I just have to say that court is already scheduled for January, Joe, so if you did that, you would upset the court.
Well, I'm not suggesting I would.
Oh, well, you're just saying you have till January something,
Point out the rule.
So-
but the court is already set in January, she's
Of
already
course.
scheduled, so.
Setting us a
She
rule.
couldn't have court
So
without
we're going to
a
have
prosecutor or
all the-
defendant.
We're interviewing unless there's only one proposal, is that the statement?
No, I don't think that's what we're saying.
No, if it's a new person, if if it's a new person that nobody even
Oh,
knows.
understand.
That's a good idea.
If
That's
it's
like
a
an
new-
introduction.
Right, or something, we can put the 8-timer there, we're ready to go.
That's
But if
very
it's
good.
somebody that we have not seen before, then I don't see a problem.
I think
We
it's a
can
good idea.
interview them.
Okay.
That's a really good idea.
So
I agree,
I don't
Councilwoman.
know what, then I don't know what the decision is.
She's saying to interview people who we've not worked with before.
How about just going to approve somebody that's new and not interview them? But sir, I mean, what if there's not another proposal from the
Somebody new.
engineer?
Engineering, right.
So, I mean, I don't feel the need to interview Mr. Coriello. I mean, is that,
Right.
up?
No, he's not on the, he's not up.
No, it's,
Right.
Municipal engineer, he remains your municipal engineer.
Right.
Somebody else to do the contractual work if you so choose to do that. But it wouldn't be it would be not as wise.
Always, he's always not opposed.
Yes, and it
Just
would cost
say
you a
the odds.
lot of money to do that. You would spend a lot of money. And the idea is not to spend a lot of money. To separate those two jobs would not be smart.
I mean, the whole idea was to interview all these people so that all of us had some kind of say in it, which is what we're trying to do, have everything be transparent. So,
I agree with
and
you,
I think it
Eileen.
was a good idea.
Let's do it.
I thought we were doing it. Weren't we
Not my
doing it?
vote.
Yes,
Okay,
we're doing it.
so we're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Subject to vote, that's it, that's why
And are we canceling the 27th?
All the work will be done on the 13th. If you have a meeting on the 27th, the agenda will literally have nothing on it.
Well, now we have the 20th, we're gonna have,
Right.
we're gonna have 2 meetings.
Well, no, because that's a special purpose meeting on the 20th, you can't consider just anything. What's the thinking behind canceling the 27th and having the special meeting instead of just doing this as part of the regular meeting?
Because it takes, this, if you want to interview all these people, it's going to take hours. And you want to make the public sit here for hours while you
No,
go
well,
back.
the public can choose to do whatever the public chooses.
Well, I
But
don't.
I like to have that flexibility.
Plus, I can't wait till the 27th to prepare the agenda for reorg. A couple of days later, I need to know by the 20th, the latest, to prepare all the paperwork.
Right. If there's any reason why we would need to meet on the 27th for regular business, you would let us know by December 13th.
No, we're going to cancel our meeting tonight.
Oh, we're gonna cancel it tonight?
Authorize the
Okay.
Special meeting.
I'm all for the special
Listen,
meeting
there
because
isn't
I think it's
anything-
more transparent to the public what we're doing rather than coming,
There isn't
and
anything that
appreciate
can
everybody
happen.
staying, but show up to a regular council meeting and here we just had an hour and a half executive session, so.
The only
A
reason.
very important
There
one,
isn't
but
anything that could happen that would cause you to have a meeting. If anything ever happened, we could still deal with it without it. There's things in place for us to, God forbid, an emergency situation, deal with it.
Then you would have an emergency meeting if that was the case.
Yeah.
With all due respect,
Exactly.
I'm gonna be in favor of having the meeting on the 27th, because you don't know what happens between the 13th and the 27th.
Yeah, that's-
And it's up to the public to tell us how
I
you want to
am
govern,
telling you
and
that
that's
the
it.
27th agenda will have no business.
That's fine, then we gavel and gavel out.
That's it.
Then we gavel and gavel out. I just think it's irresponsible to leave the borough unrepresented during that time. So that's my vote, is to keep both.
There is a resolution prepared to authorize a special meeting and cancel, and you can vote on it that time and then you decide when you vote.
And when is that going to be on?
Right, tonight. We're gonna vote on that tonight.
We're voting on what?
A resolution to have the special meeting and cancel the 27th meeting.
And they're all part of the same resolution, or
Yes,
are they two
one
separate?
resolution, to authorize me to have, plan a special meeting and cancel the other
Can we
meeting.
separate the resolution?
No, well, I don't know.
I mean,
Yes or not, I don't know.
I would.
It's so complicated, it's so difficult, it's really, really disturbing.
I mean, I'm like good either way, you know what, it's a matter of, if we're having a meeting, I'm happy to come, if we're not having a meeting, I'm
You have
happy
to
to stay
decide to
home.
have the meeting.
Yeah, but you
It's
have
not
to decide.
necessary to have the meeting, as I've explained to you, it's not necessary to have the meeting.
I'm just
Why don't we
considering
just-
the time of year too, and that's part, because look, I'm very pro-meeting, but I think in this
Right.
sense,
Okay.
Well,
we're
as Ms.
coming in
Ar-
on the 13th
as
for a
Ms.
regular meeting and
Ariana
the
said,
20th for
when-
hours.
When the resolution is ready, we'll vote. That's it, that ends it. Okay?
That's all right.
Wait, the resolution was on the agenda?
No, it's not on the agenda. It's deleted from the agenda. I'm gonna read it a little while.
And we had notice of this before the meeting?
No, there's no notice of this, no.
All right, so
You
this
got
just
notice,
came, so
you just got notice just now. You got notice.
we just got notice just now.
Mhm. Yep.
So I told you they're gonna try to cancel the meeting. right? Did I tell you?
Okay.
So,
I told you too.
Everybody told me about the meeting, so like,
Okay, let's
you know,
continue
it's
the
like-
meeting, we'll vote at the appropriate time. Any unfinished business before the mayor and council? Any new business? I have a couple of things. I have a receipt of an email on behalf of the Friends of Collins, signed by Ryan McCann, Executive Director, thanking the borough for its support for the cure for pediatric cancer. In particular, they would like to thank and commend Chief Underhill and the Garwood Police Department for ensuring safety of the runners and walkers who participated in the Friends of Collins turkey trot through the streets of Garwood on November 25th. This year, there's about 300 runners participating, and they raised $8,300. I have sent an email to the food editor of Inside Jersey Magazine for their article about 5 places to grab chow on the road for under $15, which appeared in the October-November issue. I personally thank the author for his great article mentioning these fine eateries in Garwood, with an open invitation for them to come back to sample more of Garwood's fine establishments. A copy of the magazine is on the table in front of the dais if anyone would like to see it. During the regular meeting on the new business, I will be appointing 3 new members to the Garwood Historical Committee, which will double their membership. That major increase is needed due to hard work that the current 3 members and the council liaison have done in this year's celebrating Garwood's rich history. I greatly appreciate and applaud their success. Look forward to the coming years. Thank you. Please. Okay, comments or matters for discussion from members of council? Councilwoman Kubrow.
Thank you, Mayor. Just quickly, I wanted to thank Chief Underhill and the Garwood Police Department for placing a little slowdown and stop signs throughout Garwood. I've spoken to quite a few people that have called me saying it was really working to slow down traffic on our side roads, which really needed monitoring very badly. The chief mentioned that he's going to try and get some more place because it was slowing traffic down by about 5 to 7%. He did correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe another one in front of the school, as they were still zipping down there when I was walking my Daisy last night. They were not even slowing down while I was trying to cross the crosswalk. I, of course, was very vocal, trying to get them to stop as we were crossing. We were already halfway across when they were zipping from north down Walnut. As I understand, this was also a very inexpensive way to slow down traffic on our side streets, so I wanted to thank them very much, because I know I was yapping about speed bumps, gas stop signs, all kinds of those things that we put up with that. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Martin.
Nothing there.
Thank you. Councilman Matthews.
Nothing, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Sarno.
Nothing.
Thank you. Councilwoman Tedesco.
Nothing official, Mayor, but I too want to thank the Garwood Police Department for that. I have noticed that, and some residents have also echoed to me what they've echoed to Councilwoman Cooper. It really makes a difference, and 5 to 7% or 10 to 12%, whatever it is, it's going in the right direction, and we greatly appreciate that.
It's actually 5 to 8 miles an hour,
Oh,
Oh,
1%.
okay, that's even more fantastic.
That's even better.
Great.
About 20%.
Tremendous.
okay. Council President Petrozelli.
Yes, I actually do have something I want to bring up here. I know we've been talking about possibly putting down a blue line in show of our police. We have also received another letter from Dan Swayze and Sons that they would also like to donate to do that. I mean, I know we had another person, Councilman Kathy Bellagio, who also offered to pay for the line. So we actually have, another person here as well. I just want to get some feedback from everybody about how they feel about it. I know that when I spoke to the superintendent of the DPW, he felt that it would be somewhat of a risk to put that down because it violates, I forgot exactly what it was, but if there was ever some type of an accident or something, and if somebody was confused with the lines, that could open us up for something. So I just wanted to bring that up to the entire council.
If I may first, I did speak to Chief Underhill, and he is in investigation about the safety and liability issues to that line. So The council can speak on it, but I just want to offer that information.
Okay.
I'd like to speak on that, actually. A resident wrote us a letter about possibly considering banners instead of the blue line, and another resident had spoke about the same concern about maintenance of the line and so forth, and banners or something of that nature would be relatively inexpensive, and also would not pose a maintenance issue realistically. You know, cloth banners, they last our town a while. You probably have noticed the fall banners have been up season after season and so forth. Also, because I'm on the banner topic through the celebrations committee, I also spoke to the superintendent of public works about the line, and he pointed out that he spoke to someone from Rutgers, and they were, I'm forgetting the acronym for the organization, but basically they were surprised that there hasn't been more concern over the safety since it isn't outlined in the Uniform Traffic Safety Manual. And so, you know, maybe pending what the chief has to say, although very supportive of the line, I think banners could accomplish the same thing, showing our appreciation, which I feel this community has done a good job with the police appreciation. I believe it was over summer, a few months ago, there was that. The fire department's drives, and so forth. So I feel this community is showing appreciation, and I'm happy to continue that show of appreciation for police, fire, and EMS, but I'm leaning towards the banners right now. So that's my sentiments on it.
Thank you, Councilman.
I mean, I also know, yeah, Shirley Swayze, I had spoken to her previously about this, and I mean, it's really nice that they're volunteering their time and materials. I know every other town in the state is doing the same thing. I mean, maybe we could speak to them once we get the corroboration from the chief about what should be, because I mean, every other town has it pretty much. I mean, as far as banners go, maybe they would be okay with banners and maybe contribute towards those instead of the line, but they would be okay with that. I mean, I know it was honoring, you know. Anybody that's willing to help and chip in and donate, all for. So I hate to like look a gift horse in the mouth and say, no, you're not.
I agree, and I would definitely love for the clerk to send out a letter thanking Dan Swayze and Son for this offer, and just letting them know that the council is considering a variety of options and getting feedback at this time.
So I agree.
All right.
So can we send that letter? Does the council agree?
Well, they want to hear what the chief may have to say about that too. Is this the time
At least
to-
a thank you letter. They sent this on November 11th, so to get back to them relatively soon and just let them know we've received their generous offer, and we are appreciative, but still thinking about it and you know, weighing
Oh, yeah.
a couple different options.
But I'd like to hear what the chief has to say now about the line.
But this is just common courtesy to send them a letter for, you know, donating whatever they were gonna do, so.
He's doing an investigation.
Okay.
This is just an acknowledgement.
Right. Any other comments on the line?
I just, you know, a blue line from the police doesn't seem at all out of line with a green line for St. Patrick's Day, with a lavender line for Gay Pride Day or anything. You know, what, I don't understand the resistance to it.
There isn't
I think
resistance to chief. The mayor's the chief's gonna see the safety issues with the blue line.
And liability.
No.
There's something about lawsuits, I don't know, maybe it's more slippery to paint than the other line.
Right.
I don't know, we don't
You know,
know.
basically, there is the uniform traffic code. That's why all stop signs look the same. That's why you see the two white lines, solid painted for not crossing over throughout the entire state. So the uniform traffic safety, and I read this on an NJ.com article once these blue lines were popping up everywhere. Some were concerned because the uniform code does not say that you can put something in between the lines, but it also doesn't say you can't. So it's a uncharted water there. There have been concerns expressed, and then again, as I've said, I feel we do show appreciation and we can continue to, perhaps in a different way.
Okay.
I just have one other thing. You know, since we're going to send a letter out to Dan Swayze and Sons, I would also ask that we send a letter out to Kathy Bellagio, who first asked to pay for this as well.
Yes. Okay. Moving on, public comment. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to address the mayor and council? Please step to the microphone. State your full name and address. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes.
Too late.
Seeing none, I just,
no.
Mr. McCormick?
Rick McCormick, 101 4th Avenue. Going back to the blue line. I mean, it's been a long time since I got a New Jersey driver's manual, and where does the blue line go between the double line, the dotted line, and it goes back to the chief?
That's why we're researching.
So that's probably my thing. Go back to yours. When you go to a parade, it's usually notified that we're gonna put a green stripe for St. Patrick's, an orange stripe for whoever, and so I think that's at a context on your behalf, but I understand your comment. That's all I got to say, and thank you for your opinion also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Seeing no one else, do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Should we proceed on, council?
You are mayor.
Okay. Please stand for a moment of silence and salute to the flag.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Address notice of this meeting was provided to the West Virginia Union County local source advertised on January 7, 2016. Notification was sent.
No
Was
gavel.
alleged? No. And promptly posted on the municipal public bulletin board and filed in the office of the municipal clerk, informing the public of the time and place according to provisions of the Open Public Meeting Law Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975. Roll call, Ms.
Mayor
Ariano.
Lombardo?
Here.
Councilman Kukrow?
Here.
Councilman Martin?
Here.
Councilman Matthews?
Here.
Councilman Sarno?
Here.
Councilman Tedesco?
Here.
Council President Petrozelli?
Here.
Ms. Ariano, minutes.
Regular and workshop minutes of the mayor and council held on November 15, 2016.
Motion to accept.
I'll make the motion to accept the minutes as presented, Mayor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Communications, Ms. Ariano.
New Jersey State League of Municipalities Mayor's Advisory.
Receiving file. Ordinances, public hearing on ordinance 16-18 as advertised on November 17, 2016. Ms. Ariano. Please do.
Ordinance number 1618, an ordinance to establish a restricted parking zone pursuant to NJSA 39-4-197.6 in front of 250 Rural Avenue in the borough of Garwood.
Ms. Ariano, do you have any correspondence?
None, Mayor.
Does anyone present wish to be heard on ordinance 16-18? Do I have a motion to close public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Do I have a motion to adopt ordinance 16-18?
So moved.
Discussion. Hearing none, roll call, Ms. Ariano.
Councilman Kukrow.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Matthews.
Aye.
Councilman Sarno.
Aye.
Councilman Tedesco.
Aye.
And Council President Petrozelli.
Aye.
We move on to council standing committees, reports, and other reports. Police, Councilman Sarno.
Thanks, Mayor. The police department has installed the traffic slowdown signs, as you heard, portable bollards, and placed the bollards on several of the borough's main arteries in an attempt to assist our traffic calming efforts. Although current statistics do not indicate a persistent speed problem on any of our roadways, we do understand that even one speeder can be the cause of a tragedy. Additional data obtained since their installation indicates the aforementioned 5 to 8 mile an hour decrease in the areas where the signs have been posted. This is an economical way to address traffic calming in the borough while waiting for grant money to cover additional and more expensive measures. Also, as you just heard from the mayor, the Friends of Colin Charity Run again held on November 25th, Black Friday, like it was last year. I couldn't attend this year, and I had a bum ankle anyway. The course traverses the south side of Garwood and into Cranford before terminating back in Park. 300 runners participated in the event, and the Garwood Police assisted them through Garwood to all the roadblocks and what have you. The Beast Mark for Gun Safety Program was presented to the Garwood PTA November 16th at Lincoln School. The program stresses gun safety in the home via securing weapons properly and securely and other safe practices adults can take to avoid accidents and tragedies. The program was well received and appreciated, like it was the first time. Very good program. The 2015 end of the year report has been posted on the police department's website at garpd.org for your review and pleasure. A copy has been forwarded to the borough clerk of our council. And that's all I have.
Any comments on the police report? Hearing none, public health, Councilwoman Kubaro.
Thank you, Mayor. There was quite a few things going on at this last meeting, so bear with me. There was a big discussion about the do not call list. A ton of people are complaining that they were on the list and they are now getting nonstop unsolicited telemarketers on their cell phones and home. They also mentioned that this was brought to the attention of Leonard Lance, and he said that a lot of times when people call or email donations to political campaigns, this can trigger the reactivation. So if you can make donations or contributions to your party of choice or any charities, to have a care to give as little info as possible. Also call the do not call list number again to have your number added back on. I'm very happy to say that all seem to be quiet on the health issues at food establishments. Everyone was complying and there were no further infractions. I'm very pleased that I do not have to remove any food places off my list at the current time. I brought up a few months ago that a child was tested positive for lead in their system. The Board of Health has been monitoring this with the help of the child's pediatrician. They're happy to report that the levels have been decreasing all in the time frame to normal levels. I've also reported that the lead was from this home that had window replacements. Please be aware that this can definitely make lead paint airborne as well as particles, making it very easy for a child to ingest. Some companies are now using devices to capture lead particles, making it much safer. Although it is not a law at this time, please be aware that if you are replacing windows, you have to be very careful, especially for children or pets in your home. An unhealthy level of lead in the system is above 10. The child had levels of 22. Said child is now down to 12 and continues to improve and is being monitored by the Board of Health and pediatrician. There was a report of rats on Center Street. After careful investigation, it was determined that it was coming from a bird feeder that was attracting them. Please be aware that if you are feeding the birds, which I love to do as well, that they should be placed at least 5 feet above the ground. I can only assume that rats can't jump, so maybe that's what the thing was with the, as high as you can put it off the ground and feed the birds, that's what they implied. I'm also very pleased to say that the blood pressure screening the seniors are asking for is going to start to be implemented in 2017, starting in January, and will be the first Monday of the month. It will take place at Borough Hall in the conference room from 7 to 8 p.m. The screenings will be open to all age groups, so will benefit everyone, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. The seniors still have a once-a-month screening at the fire department, and now seniors and everyone else can benefit. Many, many thanks to Eileen Kufta and Joan Van Netta, registered nurses that are giving their generous time to try and keep people healthy and aware of any issues they may have. This is a great early warning call for everyone. It could prevent 1 million health issues and is a major cause of strokes or heart disease. The Board of Health is also going to be providing cards to everyone to monitor their pressure from screening to screening. They're also going to advertise in different publications, and Tina has already proactively posted on the Garwood website, and she is going to put it on the digital sign outside of Borough Hall. That is all for my report, Mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any comments? Hearing none, we'll move on to streets and roads. Council President Petrozelli.
Thank you, Mayor. The Department of Public Works completed their recurring activities from November 15th to November 29th. In addition, they also completed their miscellaneous activities, which included the following. Clear the debris and leaves from the tops of all stormwater drainage inlets on north and south sides of the borough in preparation of forecasted rain. Continue to inspect and perform repairs, preventative maintenance on all snow removal, de-icing equipment. Install the salt spreader on one of the department's 7-yard dump trucks. Winterize the irrigation system at the Sports and Recreation Complex. Fanwood's portable air compressor is used for the winterization. Perform bag leaf pickup on a daily basis for the north and south side of the borough. Dispose of all bag leaves at the Union County Conservation Center in Springfield. Continue leaf pickup and removal from all borough-owned properties. Began to clean up the leaves in the right-of-way areas on the north side of Center Street overpass, clean up the debris leaves in Borough Hall parking lot, and mulch beds prior to holiday tree lighting ceremony. Install the holiday decorations at Borough Hall and the lights on the holiday tree at the municipal complex. Prepare and install the holiday decorations on Center Street, overpass, and utility poles along Center Street and North and South Avenues prior to Thanksgiving weekend. And residents are reminded that bag leaves will be picked up curbside as follows: north side of the borough the week of December 5th, south side of the borough remainder of this week. Residents are also reminded that loose leaves are not permitted in the street but may be placed curbside in covered receptacles no larger than 32 gallons as an alternate bag, or as an alternate to bag leaves. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Any comments on the report?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
You always have the same people decorating Borough Hall for the holidays, the council's never involved in anything like that?
Mayor, did your wife get involved?
No, in the council chamber.
In council chamber?
No, the outside.
No, I'm not talking outside, in council chambers, do it?
Oh, basically, it was a small committee last year. We will be decorating on December the 10th, if you'd like to join us.
Okay, I would like
Yes.
to do that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Let's say 10 o'clock.
Hello?
10 o'clock?
You mean at night?
In the morning.
Okay, because I'm sleeping right at 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'm good. All right, wait, I gotta write that date, I have to write that date down. Okay.
December 10th, Saturday.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Fire, Councilwoman Kukrow.
No report, Mayor.
Finance, Councilwoman Tedesco.
No report, Mayor.
Buildings and Grounds, Councilman Matthew.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Laws and License, Councilman Martin.
No report, Mayor.
Recreation, Councilman Martin. Garwood Senior Citizens Liaison, Councilwoman Kukrow.
Well, of course, Mayor, thank you. One of the members have been trying to get the meeting dates and agenda on Channel 35. They shared that with me 2 weeks ago. We welcome new member Maureen to the group. Our speaker for the day was Dan McGovern from the Seeing Eye Outreach located in Morristown. He brought their ambassador, George, a beautiful golden retriever. What a great pooch. He was very friendly. Everyone had the pets for him. He was very informative. He explained all the requirements to be a Seeing Eye dog and all the training and simulation with the recipient to make their organization so successful. The 3 dogs used are retrievers, labs, and shepherds. He explained how people foster the dogs and separation anxiety for the people once they're placed. This organization also breeds their own dogs. The talk went on a little too long for some folks as bingo time was being cut into, but what a nice surprise to have this friendly pooch to spend time with. We had Italian sandwiches and eclairs, and that's all for my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Any comments on the report of Senior Citizens Liaison? Move on. Library Mayor's Representative, Council President Bezos.
Thank you, Mayor. Santa is coming to the library December 3rd at 11 a.m. He will be bringing his wife and gifts for the good little boys and girls. Hot cocoa and cookies will be served. Bring your camera for a photo op with Santa. Registration is required. Library is a place for giving this holiday season. Garwood Boy Scout Pack number 75 has created a school supply pantry in the library. The pantry will be open to all Garwood school children in need of pens, pencils, paper, etc. The library will be collecting dog and cat food, pet toys, and other items for the Plainfield Area Humane Society. Girl Scout Troop 40974 will be collecting toys for kids who must remain at Children's Specialized Hospital during the holiday season. The PTA has placed a basket in the library to collect supplies needed for Winterfest taking place December 16th at Lincoln School Cafeteria. All collections will continue at the library through the holiday season. Visitor will call the library for details. On Saturday, December 10th at 10:30 a.m., Adelante Alliance will be holding an immigration info seminar at the library. And the ongoing library programs include the Knitting Club every Monday and Thursday at 10:30 a.m., book clubs Monday afternoon and Thursday evenings, bilingual knitting class every Tuesday at 10 a.m., adult craft Tuesday, December 13th at 6 p.m., story time every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m., kids craft Wednesday, December 14th at 3 p.m., Lego Club Thursday, December 15th and 22nd at 3 p.m., and movie time every Friday at 10 a.m. The Garwood Library is open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Fridays from 9 a.m. to 4:30, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments on the library report? Hearing none, school board liaison, Councilman Sarno.
Thanks, Mayor. The Board of Ed met 2 weeks ago on November 15th and discussed the results of the school board election, also held on Election Day, where Sue Groening, Tina Simmons, and Sal Pierulli will be the newest members of the Board of Ed in 2017. The Board of Ed reorg will be held Wednesday, January 4th at 7:30 at Lincoln School. It was also mentioned that the school play, Into the Woods, so I know many of you saw it, was a success and was well received by many in town. The Board of Ed also went to an executive session at the end of the meeting where a personnel matter will be disclosed at a later date. The next meeting of the Board of Ed will be December 20th, the same day as our special meeting that's being proposed at the school. That's all for my report.
Thank you. Any comments on the school liaison report? Hearing none, celebration of public events and holidays, Councilwoman Tedesco.
Thank you, Mayor. The tree lighting and visit from Santa this past Saturday was again a great success with many children and adults in attendance. Thank you to Dunkin' Donuts of Garwood for donating a percentage of the donuts and hot chocolate. Also, thank you to the police department for closing off the parking lot and street for the event, as well as a thank you to the fire department who manned the fire engine and brought Santa. The celebrations committee has had a good response to the luminary sale. Information on pickup and more will be on the committee's Facebook page, and the residents who submitted an order form will be called. Thank you to Advanced Printing for donating the printing of the flyers, and thank you to the scouts and other volunteers who delivered the flyers to our residents. Please remember to register for the Holiday House Decorating Contest by December 15th at garwoodcelebrations@garwood.org. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments on the celebrations report? Hearing none, Union County Air Traffic Noise Advisory Board Representative, Councilman Matthew.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Administrative Review Committee, Councilwoman Tedesco.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Historical Committee, Councilwoman Tedesco.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The Historical Committee met last night. The committee discussed its mission, which has 4 main points: to honor memorials around town, to preserve Garwood's artifacts, to actively chronicle our history, and to educate the committee as well as the community as a whole about Garwood's history. We are looking forward to continuing to work hard on this mission in 2017 with our new members. Thank you, Mayor. We all have, I'm sorry, skip that one. The Historical Committee discussed plans for future fundraisers, committee visits to historic landmarks around town, and a historical newsletter, which are all on the horizon for 2017. We are also very pleased that we received a grant from Union County in order to digitize the Gar Words, a newsletter printed by Garwood residents for our servicemen during World War II. This will make the documents easily accessible and word searchable online. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments on the Historical Committee report? Hearing none, Parking Committee, Councilman Sarno.
Thanks, Mayor. The Parking Committee on November 17th and discussed how to proceed with moving forward with the current parking situation in the borough. We obtained information regarding the cost of putting out one sign and went over what remains to be completed from last year and what streets we should conduct surveys in regards to the parking on their respective blocks. To finish the project from last year, it cost about $2,200. We have approximately 30 more signs to put up at a cost that includes labor from the DPW and the actual materials themselves at around $73 a sign. To complete the north side and south side up to Pine, an approximate amount of 220 signs, that's another $16,000. So to break that out, the north side would be $2,632, south side $13,516. We also took into consideration the average daily ridership that's risen steadily over the years at the Garwood train station. We have big facts and figures from 2005 to 2015. We're at 118 now, but if you look back in 2005, we were at 67. So these things are just about more than double, and it's something that we're keeping into consideration. With these figures steadily rising, we will continue to see if we can secure parking for commuters while bringing in revenue and for helping those who will be displaced by Burger King leaving its current leasing agreement with the borough. That's going to happen, I think, is it May 1st?
May 2000.
Right? Furthermore, we have determined to have the traffic division conduct surveys to the following blocks to determine how the parking situation is on these blocks that are next closest to what was done last year. So these are the streets that are adjacent to the ones that are already in place. Oak between 4th and 5th Avenue. the 100 and 200 block of 4th Avenue. The 300, 400, 500 blocks of Spruce as well are going to be included. We'll be meeting next month to discuss the findings, and we'll make a recommendation on how the borough should proceed in moving forward with the permits and parking signs in the coming year. That's all for my report, and if you have any questions, let me know.
Thank you. Any comments at this time?
Just have a quick question, just to clarify. Those dollar figures you gave us, Councilman,
Yes.
included DPW labor?
That's correct.
Okay. I find that beneficial, however, considering they do that on their regular time and not being overtime, I'd like to see the pure cost of the signs. So you said there were about 30 more signs at $73 a sign?
Yeah, if you cut
For
down,
the
if you just do
remaining-
the actual materials and you
If
don't
you-
use the actual labor, I think it comes out to about $1,300.
Okay, about 1,300 for that. And then for the potential phase 2 of this, we should call it,
Call it, yeah, I think it's 12 or 13,000.
12 to 13?
Just
Okay.
materials only.
Okay. It's not much less, but just a consideration.
Of course,
Um,
and, I'm looking forward to seeing how the traffic division conducts their surveys.
Sure.
I have what the residents say,
Right, very happy to hear about the surveys. That's
so
good.
we'll see how this comes back. What's up?
1,000.
For,
Buying signs?
No.
You said
Because
1,300
if you
for
do-
the remainder.
Hang on, hang on.
if you go down to the south side, do the north side and the south side out to Pine, it could potentially cost up to, because you're gonna look at 220 more signs, and it costs $43 a sign. It could be somewhere in the vicinity of $12,000. If it's 220 signs. That's not including the 30 that we're not doing.
Right, that you said, the 30 more signs is 1,300, correct?
And that's
Okay.
what's to be remaining to be put up right now.
Okay, thank you.
Do we remember what it cost to do the north side the last time they did it?
I'm sure we could dig that up historically.
Because it seems like an awful lot of money. I mean, south side, pretty much you're talking about Willow, Myrtle,
No, I understand. It's just a matter of how many signs are going to put up and, what remains to be put in there. I believe there's 80 signs installed on the north side at a cost of around $3,400, and 64 signs already installed on the south side at just under $2,800.
All right, so they're still doing traffic studies over there on the few blocks on the south side, because the north side seems to really be impacted way more than the south side.
Both will be included in the survey. We know Oak is a big problem.
Yeah,
And
huge.
4th and 5th, for that matter.
Yeah, because they all moved down from where they got put the signs.
Discuss it, Mike,
Right.
Lou can speak to it, Kathy can speak to it, Mike can speak to it. Who can help it?
Thank you.
You're really talking about parking, not speed.
Parking, strictly parking.
Because I was gonna make a pitch for my street. Come off the east or the Lexington, I had to fly down.
You should get a hold of Bruce, he's got those really nifty little signs he's putting up all over town.
Well, I mean, I don't have little kids anymore, but
Well, it slows the people down, you don't know,
yeah.
I don't want to run over with a bus walking my
Speaking of
beach.
speed, I just love how people are just concerned about it. Generally, voting will give you a nice recommendation. All these things are going to be considered in the future because it is something that every one of us has brought up at some point in time.
Right.
Something that a candidate elects found out, something that we all are passionate about, and that's good to see because we're going to have great ideas. Good things are going to keep going forward. What you're seeing now in terms of what's on Spruce and 4th and what have you, that's going to continue.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
It is.
Okay. Thank you again.
No problem.
Okay, we have no officers' reports, I see, and move on to public comment. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to address the mayor and council? Please step to the microphone, state your full name and address. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Seeing none, we'll move on to consent agenda. Do I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
So moved, Mayor?
Roll call, Ms. Ariano.
Councilman Kukrow.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Matthews.
Aye.
Councilman Sarno.
Aye.
Councilman Tedesco.
Aye.
Council President Kupagos.
Aye.
Ms. Ariano, do you have any resolutions deleted from the consent
I
agenda?
have lots.
Okay.
Resolution 16-306, whereas certain matters have arisen pertaining to the employment of Timothy Delgado, and whereas the borough, Timothy Delgado, and I, in International Brotherhood of Teamsters Local 11 seeks to enter into a settlement agreement. Now therefore be it resolved by the Borough Council of the Borough of Garwood County, Union, State of New Jersey as follows. The borough hereby accepts and agrees to execute the terms and conditions of the settlement agreement dated November 28, 2016, and the borough hereby instructs the borough administrator to execute the agreement on behalf of the borough. That's it.
Do I have a motion to accept? So moved. Second? Any discussion? Roll call, Ms. Ariano.
Councilman Kukrow.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Matthews.
Aye.
Councilman Zorno.
Aye.
Councilman Tedesco.
Aye.
Council President Petrozelli.
Aye.
Okay. Resolution 16-307. Whereas, the Council of the Borough of Garwood directed the Borough Administrative Clerk to pursue proposals in accordance with law for financial advisory services to the governing body for the redevelopment of South Avenue in the Borough of Garwood. Whereas, the Borough Administrative Clerk posted in accordance with law on October 26, 2016, and received proposals on November 10, 2016, under a fair and open process in accordance with PL 2004, as amended. Whereas, the said governing body has determined that such services are professional services as defined in the local public contracts law of the state of New Jersey, and whereas the local public contract law requires that notice stating the nature, duration, and services and amount of each contract awarded as professional services contract is printed once in the official newspaper of the municipality. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Borough of Garwood, 1, that the mayor and borough clerk be and are hereby authorized and directed to execute an agreement with Acacia Financial Group, 601 Route 73, Malton, for the provision of professional financial advisory services concerning the redevelopment of South Avenue in the Borough of Garwood, and that said contractor shall receive fees in accordance with the proposal dated November 2016. That the borough clerk be and is hereby authorized and directed to maintain this resolution and the professional service contract on file available for public inspection in the office of the borough clerk, and that the borough clerk is hereby authorized and directed to publish a copy of this notice as required by law. That's it.
Do I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, Ms. Ariano.
Councilman Kukrow.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Matthews.
Aye.
Councilman Sarno.
Aye.
Councilwoman Tedesco.
Aye.
And Council President Petrozelli.
Aye.
Resolution 16-308. Whereas the Council of the Borough of Garwood has determined that there exists a need for professional services in connection with the preparation of a vacant land analysis in the Borough of Garwood, and whereas the said governing body has determined that such services are professional services as defined in local public contracts law of the state of New Jersey, and whereas the local public contracts law requires that a notice stating the nature, duration of services and amount of each contract awarded as professional services be printed once in the official newspaper of this department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Borough of Garwood that the mayor and borough clerk are hereby authorized and directed to execute an agreement with Arbor Consultants, 320 North Avenue, Cranford, for the provision of professional planning services. That said contractor shall receive fees not to exceed $8,000 as indicated in the proposal dated November 11, 2016, and that this contract is awarded without competitive bidding as professional services pursuant to the local public contract law, and that the borough clerk be and is hereby authorized and directed to maintain this resolution on it and the professional services contract on file, available for public inspection in the office of the borough clerk, and that the borough clerk is hereby authorized and directed to publish a copy of this notice as required by law.
Do I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, Ms. Ariano.
Councilman Kukrow.
No.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Matthews.
Aye.
Councilman Sarno.
Aye.
Councilman Tedesco.
Aye.
And Council President Petrozelli.
Aye.
Resolution 16-309. Be resolved that the council hereby direct the borough administrative clerk to advertise for a special meeting for December 20, 2016 at 7 p.m. The purpose of the meeting is to conduct interviews for professional services positions for 2017. No action will be taken. Be it further resolved by the council of the borough of Garwood County, Union State of New Jersey, that the regular meeting scheduled for December 27 is hereby canceled.
Do I have a motion to accept the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Can I make a motion to amend?
Yes, that's in order.
I'd like to make a motion to amend to split this, have a separate resolution to approve the December 20th meeting, and a separate resolution to cancel the December 27th meeting.
Still not, shouldn't we vote on when? That was,
No, you could, well, first of all, we have a motion.
and second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt the resolution. Now we have a motion to amend the resolution. There isn't any second, that's.
Second.
All right, now, my suggestion would be, if you want to amend the resolution, why don't you just amend it to delete the cancellation of the 27th meeting, and then if that passes, then you would be left with just the motion to adopt or set the 20th meeting.
Okay, yeah, then that's my motion to amend.
Just
I'd like to delete the, delete the CIP part having to do with canceling the 27th meeting. So this is a clean resolution on a special meeting for the 20th.
Yeah, just, if you want to take out the second paragraph, and we'll make that a second, another
We
resolution.
have a motion and a
Shall we
second.
clarify this?
Well, yeah.
Amended?
Right, we need a second for the amended
We have a council
motion
motion.
to
Okay,
amend.
Councilman Carno seconded, so now you have a new resolution, should I read that now?
We'll vote on the amendment, right?
Now you vote on the amendment. So now we have a vote on the amendment. Just to clarify, the question is, shall the resolution be amended to delete the cancellation of the December 27th meeting? So if you vote in favor of the motion to amend, then you are voting not to cancel the motion on the 27th.
What?
I'm going to try.
Good.
There's a motion to amend, there's a pending motion, let's start with the main motion. You have a pending motion to set a December 20th special meeting and also to cancel the regular December 27th meeting. That was moved and seconded. Now you have a motion to amend that motion to delete the cancellation of the meeting on the 27th. So you're voting first on the amendment. So the question is, will the motion be amended to remove the provision deleting the meeting on the 27th? So I'm going to say this again. If you, how shall I phrase this? If you want to have a meeting on the 27th, you're going to vote no on the amendment. No.
No.
It's the opposite.
Bob, there's gotta be an easier way to do this.
Can we start
No, it's
over?
not an easy, I'm going to state it for you the way that you have to do it.
Okay.
If you're in favor of the amendment, then you are in favor of leaving the meeting on the 27th. So, let's see. So, a yes vote is a yes for the meeting, and a no vote is a no vote for the meeting.
The 27th meeting.
27th.
Okay.
Right.
And then what happened to the 20th meeting?
We can get to that yet.
Oh, Lord, this is going in steps, okay.
Sarah, you
You got that? Does everybody have that now? You vote yes on this amendment, you're voting yes to hold the meeting.
Right, that's correct.
The 27th.
Right.
On the 27th.
The one we have no business.
Am I roll calling?
You're having a roll call on the motion to amend the motion.
Right.
Okay. Councilman Kukrow?
I'm good, I'm like a stutter butter idiot, I'm like, I'm good either way, if there's a meeting, I'm coming, if there's no meeting, I'm not coming, so I'm gonna basically say yes, let the majority rule.
Councilman Martin?
No.
Councilman Matthews?
Yes.
Councilman Sarno?
Aye.
That was yes. Councilman Tedesco?
No.
Councilman Petrozelli?
No.
That's 3 and 3.
Guess what, Mayor?
No. First tonight.
Okay. So now the motion is defeated, the motion to amend is defeated, so now we're going to take a vote on the original motion, which is the motion being to set up the meeting on the 20th and to cancel the meeting on the 27th. So,
Same as the original motion.
now is the resolution as it is, it sets the meeting and cancels the meeting. Okay, so wait, everybody ready?
You want some paper?
No, I'm not set up for this, so, right now, sorry. Councilwoman Kukrow.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
No.
Councilman Matthew. You just
No.
voted the opposite.
No.
Councilman Matthew.
No.
Councilman Matthew. Sorry.
No.
Councilman Sarno.
No.
Councilman Tedesco.
Yes.
Council President Petrozelli.
Yes.
3-3. No, you again, Mayor.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I should definitely say this, we should never vote to hold these meetings any later.
No,
Probably wouldn't be a good idea.
this is.
But I'm like.
Or we can get the resolutions ahead of time.
Well,
I don't like getting these resolutions sprung on us.
but I'm like totally
Fair
clear. It's
point.
like, what did I vote for?
Fair point.
Now.
No, it worked out. Please.
Oh, I did? Oh, wow.
3-3.
I voted that already.
Yeah.
Oh, you did already?
Okay, we'll move on. New business proclamations. We had a proclamation this evening for Jess Moore for a gold award, the highest ranking Girl Scouting. As I mentioned before, I was gonna appoint more people to the historical committee. Rashana Stanky, Adele Lewis, Christina Ariema, and Anthony Benziger.
Don't worry about it, I'll tell you later.
So, Mr. Patterson, you have to set it
He
up.
still has to sign.
Before I go, you go.
Hey, Mayor, can I add some new business too?
Yes.
The only thing I want to add is that we were up to check out the new fire truck that was
Oh,
here.
okay.
I think it was a nice demonstration. I know the mayor, myself, and Councilman Matthew, and Eileen was there too. 3 of us went for a ride. 2 of us actually went up to the ladder truck itself. Yeah, I'm not saying to go out and buy it one way or the other, but we should be debating it in the next coming year.
Okay.
I think it's something that's fair.
Point well taken.
Yeah,
It's definitely not going up, but that's something.
I second that. I think it's a really a very valid issue to debate, and I think, again, I want to reiterate, the position of the fire department is that we need a ladder truck to service the current needs of the borough, regardless of whether or not Petro Casal ever happens. They are saying that there are parts of this borough that they cannot service with the existing equipment, and I think that that's really troublesome.
Mayor, if I just may add, on this topic, the Finance Committee has been requested for the past about 5 years that I can recall a ladder truck from the fire department, so that's true, that's been a request. And in terms of the debate you are asking for, Councilman Sarno, thought we left it at 2016 that we would be investigating a referendum. Is that still the path you're interested in taking, or do you want to just switch it completely to a council vote?
I'm open to it all.
Open to it all, okay.
And it doesn't matter to me either way. We should be at least discussing it, just like you and I are. That's
Okay.
what I'm looking forward to.
Amen.
I agree.
I'm all for fundraisers. Whatever we're doing, fundraisers can start the process.
Okay, after that, we'll continue on. Payment of claims, Ms. Ariema.
Be resolved, the following claims as approved being the same are hereby paid and properly signed and verified and the payment material as is hereby confirmed and ratified.
There is a motion to adopt.
So moved.
Roll call, Ms. Ariema.
Councilman Kukrow.
Yes.
Councilman Martin. Councilman Matthews.
Aye.
Councilman Sarno.
Aye.
Councilman Tedesco.
Aye.
And Council President Petrozelli.
Aye.
The regular meeting of the mayor and council will be held on Tuesday, December 13, 2016, in council chambers at 7:15 p.m. Workshop to start at 7 p.m. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
I never make the motions.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.